Hello. Did you enjoy Watch Wendy Wednesdays today? It was the Gingerbread Man. Oh look, there it is. I'm just going to move my pencil case because it's kind of right in the front. So I am going to do just a couple of Gingerbread Man activities that you can do to follow up having watched the story. You don't just have to listen to a story once. I mean, how many times have you read the books in your house? You can revisit it and talk about it. And the beauty with it being a video is you can pause it. So after he runs away from the house, he runs away from the little man and the little woman, pause the video and say, which animal did he meet first? Do you remember which animal he met first? So, and then you can press play, see if you were right. It's in that way you can make it interactive. Okay? After the story, I did a couple of rhymes, and I used an imaginary cookie cutter. Why do we call them cookie cutters? It's a biscuit cutter, is it? It's a biscuit cutter, isn't it? So I have these. I have a set of 3 different sized, can you see them? Actually from the pound shop. I mean, I know we can't go out and buy these things, but you might have a Gingerbread Man cookie cutter. And don't worry if you don't. As I'm a bit obsessed with the Gingerbread Man and wrote a story about it, or rewrote a story about it. I have several. So this is a bit fancy. This has got different sized cookie cutters. So if you have the same set, or do you know what, they don't have to be gingerbread men, you might have a set of, it could be anything, it could be just the round, you get the round ones, and they're different sizes too. Use them, put them in order, take them out, mix them up, and ask your children to put them in order of size, biggest to smallest, smallest to biggest. Which one's in the middle? It's an odd number. How do you work that out? Is it half of this one? Let them work it out. And then, what you can also do, again, it doesn't have to be gingerbread men. Excuse me as I bend over. Any biscuit cutters that you've got, lay them out on a bit of paper. It's kind of a bit like a puzzle, isn't it? See if you can get them all to fit on, if you've got lots of different shapes. Okay, get your pencil, and oops, that one went a bit wobbly. Now your children might not quite be old enough to do this bit. You could do it. And it's still a follow-up activity from the Gingerbread Man. And then, once you've covered the whole thing, you're going to get something like that, but shapes all over. And then you can colour them in. Or, if you've got older children, you might have a nice bit of, what might we have that we can't just go out to the, you might have wrapping paper. Have you got some wrapping paper somewhere? Have you got any leftover Christmas paper? Doesn't matter. Do this on the paper. Get some, hopefully you've got some children's friendly scissors, and they could then cut them out, practice their cutting skills, and then they can stick them onto another bit of paper. Collage them. And another idea is, you got any cardboard in the house? You saying no, yes you do, because you've got boxes of stuff. You might not have an empty pasta box, because let's face it, who's got one of those at the moment? You've got a box of chocolates. Eat the chocolates. Eat the chocolates. And then the children can have the cardboard. So take your shape, Doesn't have to be the gingerbread man. If you've got an interesting shape, that would be good. Tidy up as you go along. My mum will tell you I'm a very messy baker. And crafts person also, I would say. So, put it down. Again, you're going to use it. It's like a stencil. Draw around. I'm very red. Can you see my red cheeks? Because it is roasting. We have got south-facing window in here. It is hot. So again, if your child isn't able to do this, you can do it. Cut it out. And what you're going to have is a little gingerbread man. I mean, ideally your children are old enough to do this because then this is part of the activity. They might not cut it out perfectly, but then how are they going to learn and practice their scissor skills if they never get the chance? They might chop off an arm. Doesn't matter. You might chop off an arm. Doesn't matter. So there he is. Or there she is. And here's one I made earlier. So you could use one. And do you remember? Now I think this is the right name for it. Hunt the thimble. Is that what it was called? You know when you would hide an object back in the days when everyone had a sewing box with a thimble in it, you would actually hide a thimble in a room. The children who were not hiding it would go out the door, shut the door, count to whatever you want to. They can count to, judge it on your children's ages, or the hider counts. The person hiding it hides the gingerbread man, or whatever it is that you've made, and then the children come back into the room, and you can assist the child hiding if you like. You tell the other children by using hot, cold, warm, freezing, varying descriptive words for temperature, to direct them to finding the gingerbread man or the thimble, whatever it is that you're using. It could be a little rubber that you've got. It could be your pencil sharpener. And that's a good game. These are indoor activities for when it's not blazing hot sunshine. But you know what? You could hide them outside. You can play Hunt the Thimble in the garden, if you're lucky enough to have a garden. And if you've only got one child, then this is family time. It's you and your child, or you and any other grown-ups that might live in your house. So, that's one. You could make 5. You could make 6, and one of them could be 0, depending on your numeracy, the numeracy levels of your child. You could make a number line. You can then do a gingerbread man hunt. So you've got 5 of them or 6 of them if you're using 0. You hide them all over the house or all over the garden. And after I read the story of the gingerbread man, do you remember I did 5 little gingerbread men lying in a tray? One got up and ran away. So you could do, they've got until you, and you can all sing it together. They can sing it as they're running around so that they know how much longer they've got. Sing that song, and they've got until there's no gingerbread men left to find the gingerbread men, all of them. And if you have chosen to put numbers on them, the children could have done that. You could have done that. Then, when they bring them all back, put them in order. So you're practicing your ordering your numbers, recognising your numbers. And then when you've found them all, you could sing the song and use them as props. And I think that's it. That's probably enough to keep you going on, isn't it? So you've got a cereal packet in the house, haven't you? I'm sure that you do. You might not necessarily have a gingerbread man cutter, but I'm sure you've got some kind of cutter. And if you don't, you can just draw your own and cut them out. I have got, where have I put it? Here it is. So my Kamishiba come with planning packs, and this one's got it's got a song, it's got recipes, it's got a book list, which at the moment isn't that useful because you can't get to the library. Not sure if you want to buy. It's just other versions of the Gingerbread Man from around the world, and then these are lots of different stories, activity ideas, and how they link to the different areas of learning. Because doing these things and playing at making cut-out gingerbread men and using things like this, they're learning. They're always learning. They're learning how to hold the scissors. They're learning how to hold the pencil. They're learning how to position things. They're planning ahead. They're predicting. Don't get me started. I'm gonna rant. So there's some more activities in here. Not these ones. I wrote this about 6 years ago. There's questions that you can ask about the story. So you can download these. They're not free. This is free. Me giving you this is free. These are free activities for you. But if you wanted to, you might have your own version of a gingerbread man. Some of the activities are specific to a Kamishibai, but some of them are not. And these are on my TES website, and I will put the link to that, excuse me, somewhere up there or down there or over there or over there. And I might also just share the link to my coffee account, I don't know what it's called. This is my, it's not even a source of income, but we're all doing our best in the current situation, and yeah, if you want to tip me for my scintillating presenting skills, or buy me a virtual coffee on my coffee account, that would be great and greatly appreciated. And yeah, let me know how you get on. If you do any of the activities, let me know, take a picture and send it to me. But let me know if you don't want your children, don't send me pictures if you don't want me to share pictures of your children. Let me know, or take pictures where you can only see their hand or something, drawing around or cutting. And I don't mention any children's names. As you will know, if you followed me for a while, the little girl that I used to look after in London is known as the little one. And I never use her name. She's now 8. And I was actually meant to be going into London to look after her in the Easter holidays next week. And pretty sure that's not going to happen. But we can do this instead, can't we? I just want to say, did you notice when I was reading The Gingerbread Man who was sitting behind me? Did you spot them? Did you see Sid? Did you see Ginge? If you didn't, go back and watch it again and see if you can spot them somewhere in the background. They're there, I promise. They were there doing very good listening, weren't you? Yes, you were. Bye.